What is up? It's me. I had some thoughts. So, Alaska's toughest woman, Nancy Pease, used to be an anti-imperialist. Now she's called Alaska's toughest woman because she won Mount Marathon several times, set a couple Mount Marathon course records. And then she was labeled as Alaska's toughest woman by Anchorage Daily News and Sports Illustrated. Now, Alaska's toughest woman, Nancy Pease, in the 2000s used to be an anti-imperialist. She opposed the war in Iraq. She almost divorced her husband over the war in Iraq because he supported it. And then we found out he was taking Raytheon money. So Alaska's toughest woman, Nancy Pease, went from being an anti-imperialist who questioned the military-industrial complex now to repeating CIA talking points. And most recently about the Uyghurs and praising Pompeo's decision to call out China. Now, we all know the Uyghurs are mercenaries in Syria, and they're funded by the Zionist entity and the Turkish government and the United States and the English government and the Scottish government and the French government and the Canadian government, right? That's who they're funded by. So for her, a person of partial Syrian descent as well as Palestinian and Lebanese and Egyptian descent via her maternal grandmother, to praise Mike Pompeo for aiding and abetting foreign mercenaries funded by the Zionist entity committing war crimes in Syria, when 10 years ago she called out the military-industrial complex for committing war crimes in Iraq. That's just a little bizarre. So something's happened to her. I don't know if it's the Raytheon money her husband took. Her husband, former Fish Council chairperson Dan Hull, who's the cousin of the late, great, former Time Magazine Quds Bureau chief, John Hull, and the grandson of the guy that designed the Unitarian Church of Chicago, Denison Bingham Hull. And the other grandson of Chicago real estate mogul Howard Storch, right? So it could be the Raytheon money. It could be just that she's brainwashed by corporate media, NPR, New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. It could be she's just brainwashed. It just perplexes me because Nancy Pease is a very influential figure in Alaska. I mean, she's the former Rabbit Creek Community Council president. As an athlete, she won Mount Marathon like 4 or 5 times, setting the record for the course. She won Bird Ridge multiple times, setting a record there too, and Crow Creek Pass. And then on top of that, all of her community work. And in the 2000s, I clearly remember she clearly called out the war in Iraq. Now, what has changed? What has changed with Nancy Pease? Because I clearly remember growing up, she called out the war in Iraq. What has changed? Something has changed. Is it the Raytheon money? Is it the fact that she went to Harvard and Cal and is part of the petty bourgeoisie? Is it the fact that she watches NBC every night and her favorite host is Rachel Maddow, who's a known Zionist and known imperialist? Or is it the fact that her in-laws and her brother-in-law are so ingrained into the Democratic establishment and are Democrat power brokers that she's lost all sense of direction and sense of and all morals and values that she grew up with? So I have no idea what happened to her, to be honest. It's kind of perplexing to me, and it's something I don't understand. So I don't know, but I just thought I'd make this video, and that's it. Yeah, that's all I have. So like and subscribe, you know the drill, and that's all. Peace.